Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we'll take some exercises on the second unit, which is titled Take My Advice. All you need for the lesson today is your books, Unit-2, Take My Advice, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started with them. In this semester, we have taken so far 4 units. The first one was titled, Did you hurt yourself? Number 2 is about Take My Advice. Number 3 is about You've Got Mail. And the last one, number 4, Wishful Thinking. Today we will focus on the second one, which is Take My Advice. Okay, how are we going to go through it? We will cover the self-reflection part in your books, page 31. Okay, at the beginning, we have discussed some common problems. Some common problems like examples for them, getting along with friends. Some people usually feel lonely, they don't have friends. Maybe if you move from one city to the other, from one school to the other, so you can't get along with friends. I feel lonely, I don't have friends, and I can't socialize. Another problem is healthy eating. Many people are suffering from eating unhealthy food. They are not fit, they don't feel strong enough. Another common problem is keeping fit. The idea of keeping fit is to be healthy and strong person. It's not about how thin or how fat you are. It's not about the weight, it's about the strength. You sleep well, eat well, and go to the gym. Then, speaking about asking for and giving advice. Let's look into someone's problem. Here looks like someone who is overweight. He's having a problem with his weight. He would say, what should I do to lose weight? I have a friend who's asking me, what should I do? I am overweight and I eat too much junk food maybe. Whenever I try to stop eating junk food, I can't do it. So I would say, you ought to exercise. Ought to. Also, I would say, you shouldn't eat a lot of junk food. Here's the negative. Should not eat too much junk food. I might say, you shouldn't avoid food. The idea, not eating too much and not eating less than you need. You shouldn't avoid food. Staying away from healthy, nutritious. Another problem some people are suffering from, this lady is telling us, I am feeling down. I don't know what to do. What should I do? What is the idea of feeling down? Feeling down is not I am not happy. I don't feel like I am happy. I feel like I am sad. I feel down. We're having some people who are feeling down. What is your advice for them? I will say, you had better see a consultant. Ask for help. It is a good idea. You had better ask for help. Also, you could keep up with social activities even if you don't feel like it. Even if you don't want to go out, just go out. You will cheer yourself up so you don't feel like down, sad and depressed. Okay, discussing problems and giving advice as well. We've spoken about the idea of a problem and breaking it into smaller chunks. Speaking about one of the common problems, which is some people are overweight or they are gaining too much weight. What would we say? The description of the problem, generally, the problem is gaining so much weight. Gain, having more, increasing weight. And also, I feel terrible when looking at myself in the mirror. This is the general idea. We're now going to go specific. It is like I gained more weight and I feel bad or terrible when I look at myself into the mirror. Can you give any solutions? Advice. I might tell that you ought to watch your diet. General problem, general advice. Just watch your diet and tell yourself how much you eat. Are you eating too much or you're not eating too much? Also, you might work out. It's not specific workout, just work out and do some effort. One part of the problem, the first detail of the problem, we might say that someone who gained weight, I crave junk food. I feel like I want to eat junk food. And this is one part of the problem, when people like it and they want to consume it more and more. I don't like healthy food. It's not only that I crave and like junk food, the other one, which is I don't like eating healthy. Maybe I would suggest, I will say, you should eat healthy. Try healthy food. And also, you ought to give up junk food gradually. What do you mean by the idea of gradually? Not at once, today, starting from today, I'm not going to eat any more junk food. No. Stop it one step at a time, gradually. Another part of the problem of gaining weight, the second detail, is I feel tired when I exercise. I want to work out. However, whenever I start exercising, I feel like I am very tired and hectic. Also, I can't play football. The sport that I like to practice is football. However, I can't play it. I can't play football because it requires too much effort and strength. What advice can we give this person? I might tell him, you might start with walking. Not strong workout. Walking is going to be a good idea. So you will be fit and you can do more and more strong exercises. And also, you ought to see a dietitian. Not a doctor, a dietitian, someone who's going to tell you about your diet, what you should do, and what you should avoid or stay away from. You can come up with another problem, maybe feeling down, and break it down into smaller chunks or smaller, let's say, the details. On page 20, we have discussed the use of moral auxiliaries, and we're still speaking here about the idea of giving advice. Here, we're having the problem, or let's discuss the situation. Look at the picture and we will discuss the situation. It looks like the temperature is dropping. Maybe it is 2 or 3. So, it looks like it is winter. The weather is too cold. What advice would you tell those people? I will tell them that you ought to wear a warm jacket. You ought to put on the jacket. Notice the ought to followed by the verb, the base form of the verb. Also, how about a negative advice? You ought not to go out. Notice where have we added the not? After ought, between the and the preposition. You ought not to go. You ought not to go out. Okay, let's go to the following. The same thing. Let's study the situation. Here, he looks like he is sad, not happy, because he got F in the test, so he failed the test. Any advice for him? Let's try to use should. I will say in here, you should study harder. Maybe he had wasted his time. You should study harder. Also, you shouldn't waste your time. You should not waste your time. So, followed after should, we will use the base form of the verb, shouldn't, the base form of the verb, which is shouldn't. Okay, the following, let's use had better. And what is had better? It is a modal auxiliary that we use it to give a very strong advice. You had better listen to your mom. You had better not do this or that. So it is the strongest way to give advice. Abdullah is really upset. He failed his driving test. Any advice using had better? We will say that he had better take the test again. Had better. Notice the take. He had better redo the test. He had better prepare well for the test. Had better do prepare well for the test. Practice before going to the test. I keep putting on weight. I am really worried about it. Putting on weight, gaining, and I am getting overweight. So I keep putting on weight. I am really worried about it. Let's use had better. I will say, you had better take up a sport. Taking up a sport, to start doing a sport, practice it. Also, you had better not eat, let's say, junk food. You had better not eat junk food. Okay? Or you had better not stay, not doing a sport. Okay. Also in here, Umar has become very aggressive driver. I'm afraid he's going to cause an accident one of these days. Where's the problem? Aggressive driving. Aggressive driving, those people who are not following the rules, they are aggressive, they are always mad when they are driving. What advice would we give them? I would say, you had better stop being aggressive. You had better stop. You had better not be aggressive. We went shopping a few days ago and we bought all kinds of things, but forgot to buy the things that we need the most in the house. So I got too many things. However, I forgot the most important things. Things that I had better do. Maybe it's a shopping list. We had better write a shopping list. It's a good idea to write a shopping list. Next time we won't forget. Okay. Then we have spoken about the 2 and 3 word verbs. What are 2 or 3 word verbs? It is a verb that consists of 2 and sometimes 3 words. It gives you the meaning of one. Let's try to form some of these 2-3 word verbs. We're having the verbs. Each phrasal verbs consist of the verb plus these are the particles. They are prepositions and adverbs. If we want to form a 2-3 word verb that means stop doing, we can use give. Give with what? Give with away, down, off, along, or up. It means give up. To give up, to stop doing. He gave up eating junk food. Postpone. When I postpone something, I say I will do it later. Postpone is to put off. Putting off the meeting. We put off the meeting until tomorrow. Discard is to throw something, so it means to throw away. I don't need these old clothes, so I will throw them away. How about being friendly? Is to get along with. I get along with no friends. How about refusing, saying no? It means to turn down. They refused, turned down the offer. They said no to the offer. How about begin, start, is to take up. I will take up a sport. Accept a bad situation. Something bad happened, then I tolerate it. I kept it up. It means to put up with. I put up with the disease. I was sick and I put up with it. I try to use these words, 2 or 3 word verbs, turn off, give up, and throw away. He had to driving when he started having a trouble with his eyes. So we're having here to stop driving. So he had to give up, stop doing, give up driving. You need to or give away your old things that you no longer use. Things that you don't need them, just discard them. So in here I can use throw away or give away. Please the lights and lock the door when you leave. What do you do with the lights? You will turn off. Locking or turning off. Turning off and turning on. Other group of verbs in here, we're having putting off, taking up, and turning down. We had to the meeting because many people were sick. Many people are not coming, so we will do it next week. So postpone it to put off. We will do it later. Listen to my offer before you say no. I promise you it's a good one. Before you turn it down. And you can notice here we have the pronoun. We can use it here in the middle. So it is a separable verb. I promise you that it's a good one. He stopped playing golf and start a new hobby, which is riding. He says it has changed his life. So he started or began practicing another game. Okay. Then we spoke about the use of quantity expressions and question words. And here we are speaking about the count and the non-count nouns. Count nouns are nouns like we're having a pen, something that you can see and you can give it a number. Count nouns can be singular and plural. Like let's say a pen. Pen, a pen, and pens, more than one. They are also, we can use a and an with them because I can count them. I can tell that this is one. A pen and pens. And also we can use the with them. Always you can use the with. However, the non-count, it is maybe a liquid like the air, something you can't touch and you can't give it a number. Non-count nouns, they are only in one form. It's always water. No waters, no a water. Also, it doesn't go with plural or with a or an. However, the friendly article, which is the, we can use it with the. So you can say the water and the pen. What quantity expressions that we can use with the count and the non-count nouns? Many can be used with count nouns. However, much will be used with non-count nouns. How many and how much as well. Also, a few with count nouns and a little with non-count nouns. However, both of them can take a lot and lots of. Can be used with lot and lots of. Okay, let's try to use them in here. Let's use the quantity expressions and the question words. Water do you drink every day? This is a question, and also we're having a non-count noun. So we will use in here how much. How much water do you drink every day? Just the non-count noun, just a little water. I need to drink more. Hours do you sleep? Notice the hours is a count noun. We're speaking here not about the time, but the number of hours. So how many hours do you sleep every night? Just not too much, not just a few. I need to sleep more. A few hours or a little time. We're having this table which is about the count and the non-count noun. We're having how many, how much, a few, a little, a lot of, and lots of. We can use how many with the count nouns and how much goes with the non-count nouns. A few, we will use it with the count, like a pen, a few pens, and a little time, a little water, non-count nouns. A lot and lots of, as we all agreed, a lot of students, a lot of pens, a lot of water, and lots of with both of them, the count and the non-count noun. These are the expressions that we can use them for to show the quantity, whether with count or non-count nouns. Okay. The following, we've spoken about to form clauses with when. Here, how do you feel when you? We're having a situation and you will describe your feeling. How would you describe your feeling? You will describe it using an adjective. I feel here like terrible, nervous, happy, bored. Any one of these is about your feeling. How do you feel when you have a toothache? Look at the boy, he's having a pain in his teeth. When you have a toothache, how does it feel? Would you feel happy, tired? I would feel terrible, sick, maybe sad. You can use any one of them. How about how would you feel when you are about to meet a friend? Tomorrow you are about to meet a friend. How would you feel? Tell me about your feelings. I would feel maybe excited, happy, glad, or great. Wonderful as well. How would you feel if you need to say goodbye to a friend? How would you feel saying goodbye to a friend? It's a farewell moment. I would feel sad, terrible, maybe not happy and sad. The other one, which is about what do you do? We need here a reaction. What would you do? There is a situation, then your reaction towards it. A kind of advice. So the action will be whether taking a painkiller, taking vitamins, going to bed, use a cream, taking a cough syrup, or any one of these. What would you do, or what do you do when you have a headache? I have a pain in my head. What would you do? What would your reaction be? If I had the headache, a pain in my head, I will take a painkiller. Maybe I will relax, or I will go to bed. How about, what do you do when you have a sore throat? You have a pain in your throat. This is the throat. You have a pain in here. What do you usually do? When I have a pain in my throat, I will drink warm tea, take medicine, maybe get some sleep. Also, what do you do when you feel sleepy? You didn't get enough sleep and you feel like you are sleepy, you want to sleep. What do? I go to bed, get some sleep, or maybe I will drink coffee. Okay. How about the words in the reading part? What do we mean when we say comfort food? Comfort food, is it healthy or food that makes you feel good? It makes you feel happier. We usually say comfort food is the food that is bad for you. Usually they are ice cream or sweet, high carbohydrates and sugar. They will make you feel happier. However, later on you will feel down again. Junk food, what does it contain? Lots of many vitamins or lots of carbohydrates. Think about pizza, burger, and these things. They contain lots of carbohydrates, fat, and starch. Food is bland. If you remember, some people think that healthy food is bland. What do you mean by bland? It doesn't have much taste. It has a strong taste. It has no taste. Tastes like water, like nothing. People think that healthy food is bland. Number 4, something is achievable if it can be realized or can't be realized. It can be realized. It is achievable. You can get the full mark. You can do it. It is achievable. Realized, can be done. It's not impossible. It is possible. Condiments. What are the condiments? Like ketchup and mayonnaise. The ingredients that you used in the dishes or additional ingredients with a dish. Things that I will add that will add the flavor. Some people like to add this. Other people would like to add others. How about in the real talk phrases? Will have me feel down, look out for myself, and to be honest. Let's try to use them. When you try to do something excited, to make you feel excited, something exciting. What is the opposite of exciting? Is when you feel down. If you feel down, sad or depressed, try to do something exciting, go out or eat something. We all have to work together. To be honest, Earth won't be a safe place to live in if everyone look out for himself. If we are selfish and everyone cares about himself, life will be a difficult place to live on. And we have used to be honest because I'm telling you, introducing a new topic, which is sometimes people won't like the idea. Okay, I guess that is it for the lesson today. And thank you so much for your time.